Welcome, Magic fans. How many soul rings do you think have been printed in Magic the Gathering's history? We're going to answer that question today on the channel, or at least do our very best, and then your best guesses are welcome in the comments below. So Commander Masters just came out. We opened up 2 collector booster boxes of that product and did not pull any soul rings in our collector boosters. But we did remember that there was a borderless version that was drawn by Mark Poole, and so we decided to go pick some up for the collection and maybe have Mark sign some at GP Vegas, MagicCon Vegas next month. So we got a short mail day for you today. Oh, I like this box. This is a 1-inch sturdy cardboard box, thanks to that seller, with some bubble wrap. These feel like tiny, tiny cards inside here, but there should be some soul rings in here. Let's find out. Yes, also Bazaar of Wonders. So that's for our other project. But we have 4 copies of this beautiful soul ring. This is a borderless full art version by Mark Poole down there, and as you can see, it looks kind of like the One Ring a la Lord of the Rings, Tales from Middle Earth. But we received 4 copies of this card. It was printed in uncommon, and I think it was like a couple bucks. It wasn't super expensive, but it was one of the cards we would like to get signed in a playset, even though soul rings are only restricted and limited to 1 copy in Commander and Vintage. On this Alpha 40 playmat that you've seen before, this is the beautiful soul ring by Mark Tadine under the Sarah Angel by Douglas Schuler. And so I did a quick printing research on how many soul rings are there, and this query came up with 47 different sets printings that it was printed in. First printed in Alpha, obviously, and then printed in Beta, limited edition Beta. We also was printed in Unlimited Edition, Revised Edition, Magic the Gathering Commander, Commander Edition 2013, Commander 2017, Phyrexia All Will Be One Commander, Commander 2016, Commander 2019, Wilds of Eldraine Commander, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth Commander, March of the Machine Commander, Commander 2014, Masterpiece Series, Kaladesh Inventions, Commander 2015, Commander Anthology, Ikoria Commander, From the Vault Relics, that was in Mythic Rarity, Zendikar Rising Commander, Vintage Masters was also Mythic Rare, Commander 2018, Commander Legends, Call Time Commander, Commander Collection Green, Collector's Edition and International Collector's Edition, that was not listed on the Wizards Gather, but we know from the print runs that there were 5,000 international collector sets and 10,000 collector edition sets, so that's 15,000 copies of Soul Ring. Innistrad Midnight Hunt Commander, Commander Anthology 2018, Adventures in Forgotten Realms Commander, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Commander, Streets of New Capenna Commander, Warhammer 40,000 Commander, Commander 2021, Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, Brothers War Commander, Commander Legends, that was printed in uncommon rarity, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth Commander, Dominaria United Commander, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth Commander again, Commander Masters, that was an uncommon rarity in Commander Masters. We have more Warhammer 40,000 Commander, I think they had 4 different decks. Commander Masters was printed in uncommon. Secret Lair Drop was printed in a rarity. We have Innistrad Crimson Vow Commander and Masters Edition 4. That was a rare printing. There's also, in Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth, it was an Elven language Mythic Rare that was printed in 3,000 copies. The Dwarven language Mythic Rare was printed in 7,000 copies, and the Human language Mythic Rare was printed in 9,000 copies. So by my estimation, there's 50 unique printings of the Soul Ring throughout Magic the Gathering's history, including this Commander Masters printing. And I'd say Anything that wasn't revised or Commander was probably printed less than 1 million copies. The print run on Alpha was 4,500 copies in uncommon rarity. Limited edition beta uncommons were printed in the quantity of 13,500. Unlimited uncommons were printed in a quantity of 68,000. And then, as I said, the revised edition uncommons were printed in 1,012,000 quantities. So slightly more than 1 million copies of each revised Soul Ring were printed. And if there are about 40 other sets where Magic has printed approximately 1 million cards of the uncommons, that would not surprise me if the newer sets were printed in the multi-millions of cards. So my estimation would be 40 to 45 million Soul Rings, just individual copies of these Soul Rings printed in existence. Let me know in the comments how many Soul Rings you think have been printed, and also let me know if there's any sets that I may have missed in my quick calculation. The other thing I did too is I went through all of my decks. We do a lot of deck tech videos on the channel, and we play Soul Ring in, surprisingly, a lot of those decks. So I went through all those decks and I pulled out all the copies of Soul Ring, and I'm gonna show you those today on the channel too as well, just to celebrate this, this powerful artifact. I do like this full art version. That's pretty hot. The last card I picked up was the Brothers War retro frame version of Soul Ring. This was art by Mike Bierick, and I picked this up because it has the retro frame. But this artwork was used in a lot of the other Commander sets that I listed just before this. Moving on, we have a 4th edition, what appears to be a 4th edition Soul Ring, because it has the 1994 copyright and unlimited style 4th edition border. However, I think this is a foreign edition. Revised is what these are. This is a French Anneau Solaire. I'm not a French speaker, so I apologize if I mispronounced that artefact. And you can ajouter two manas incolores et volte reserva de mana. Cet effet est joué como una interruption. So, adds 2 colorless mana to your mana pool in any language, and it can be played as an interrupt. We saw that in our Lion Dib Bolt deck that runs 3 to 4 to 5 colors and plays that beautiful Soul Ring. We also had those 2 budget old school decks. The Mono Blue Merfolk deck ran a Soul Ring. We used a revised copy, and the Mono Blue, Mono Green budget version with the Sentinel Druids also ran a revised copy of Soul Ring. Then I had several revised 40 decks that were 40 card decks made out of revised cards, and we had I think we had 1 deck in every color. So the white revised 40 deck ran a Soul Ring. The blue revised 40 deck ran a Soul Ring. The blue-white revised 40 deck also ran a Soul Ring. The black, mono black revised 40 deck ran a Soul Ring. The red revised 40 deck ran a Soul Ring. And the green revised 40 deck ran a Soul Ring. So those are the Wooburg decks, all ran a Soul Ring. That's pretty interesting. Moving on, we also had in our signed collection, we had a couple copies of Soul Ring signed by the awesome Mark Tudine. This one was signed in Black Sharpie. We have another one signed in Black Sharpie. This one's in a little bit better condition. And finally, we have one that is signed in gold Sharpie to match the artwork in the art box. That's pretty awesome. Then we have this is a prize card that was printed with a black border to make it look like a black bordered Soul Ring. But this was handed out in 2019, just before the pandemic, but it's a revised copy underneath. And then I also have some unlimited copies of Sol Ring. This one was in my unlimited old school deck. It's a Beast Orb deck that I haven't played in a long time, but maybe I'll crack it out on the channel and show you how the Beast Orb old school deck works. It uses this copy of Sol Ring in unlimited. I also had some signed unlimited Sol Rings in this collection. I have a unlimited Sol Ring that's signed by Mark Tedin right there next to, between the art box and the text box. And then I think I do have a copy that is signed in gold ink as well. Put that right there. And then the final Sol Ring in the collection that you've seen at least monthly on the channel is the Alpha Sol Ring that we play in Alpha 40. This is one of the best cards in Alpha. It's used more frequently than Black Lotus. It's also a little bit cheaper than Black Lotus, but it's just a fantastic Alpha copy of the first printing of the Sol Ring. And like I said earlier, there was 4,500 copies of the uncommon printings of each card in Alpha. So this is one of 4,500 Sol Rings to add to the collection of the other 25 or so Sol Rings that we now have. It's not a complete collection. I wasn't trying to get every single Sol Ring ever printed. I just realized I had several copies of Sol Ring in my collection because I used to play one in every deck. So I thought it'd be fun to pull all of those out and show you on the channel how many Sol Rings we're actually using at one time. Let me know in the comments if you also like Sol Ring or how many Sol Rings you have in your collection, and if you like the Commander version artwork better than the Mark Tedin version, let me know. And if you like the Mark Poole version better than the Commander version, let me know as well. Awesome. Thanks everyone. I appreciate you for watching this Sol Ring how many video today. Let me know if that is an accurate guess or could be improved upon in the next video. Thanks everyone.